Yeah. It's that now or later. Bar hard. Yeah. Yeah. Real niggas do real shit. Huh? Got now or later flows. Check me out. You gon' come fuck with me now or later. 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 You come fuck with me now or later. 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 All my gangsters coming now or later. 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 GMK they coming now or later. Now or later. Now or later. Now or later. Now or later.
Pull up, now or later. T-Easy, I'm by my paper. Cook out when I'm with my neighbors. Drink tastes like now or later. We all got different type of flavors. Club road and my speakers blazing. Women twerk while my people hanging. Party packed and my people singing. Showing love is my type of interest. I'm the type of nigga that invite the women. Bottle on me, don't fight the feeling. When I say go, I ain't trying to hear it. I be all in my zone like Roger this. The party lit, not time for split. My accomplishment is what it is. I'ma go so hard, I ain't worried about shit.
Now or later. Now or later, now or later, now or later, now or later, you come fuck with me. Now or later, now or later, now or later, now or later, now or later. All my gangsters coming now or later, now or later, now or later, now or later, now or later. GMK they coming now or later, now or later, now or later, now or later, now or later. AGE they coming now or later, now or later. GMK they coming now or later, now or later. Yeah. KOD they coming now or later, now or later. It says B, and you know I'm coming now or later, now or later.